Alright, Joe, I know you're ready to tap me out when I get back, so I'll give you a couple little submissions to work in the meantime, so you can try to get me when I get back. Alright? This one's off the position that's your favorite, and I know you just want a tournament doing it, so, right, the guy grabs here in my sternum like he's going to, stand up. So my right hand, if he's grabbing with his right hand, my right hand grabs inside the sleeve. I come under his arm. If his arm's tight here, it's connected to my body. So my hand will go here. I'm going to bump with my hips. When my hips come back down, my hand will go under. Alright? Now, I'm going to pull and I'm going to bump with my legs too. Right? You know this position. I stretch him out. I dig my arm inside. Pass it behind my head. Okay? Now, Joe, right here, make sure you wrap the elbow. Come in and grab the collar before you let go of this. Okay? Now, lock your elbow tight on this side. Lock this elbow tight. Now we're going to come back, take the slack out of the gi, and lock it nice and tight again. Now, we know we have cross choke. We know we can get on our side, 4 fingers inside, pull with the hand that's in the lapel, push with the knuckles for the choke, okay? But this time we're going to lock the arm out, okay? So, I'm going to push his face because I don't want him hugging me here. So, what I'm going to do is push his face, get my foot on the hip. I'm going to get on my side and get my right foot on the hip now. My right foot's going to be on the hip. My elbow's still locked tight, okay? I still have the lapel here. Now, it's very important that I pinch this knee very tightly. Now, I have to adjust to find his elbow, which means I can scoot my hips back some. Don't be scared to scoot your hips back some and find his elbow. Now that I found his elbow, all I'm going to do is bring my hips towards the wall right here for the finish. If he starts to posture up on me, I'm going to bring my hips up for the finish. So we've got it both ways there, okay? I'll go a little faster this time. So he's grabbing to pass. Right hand grabs his same right hand. 4 fingers in. Come under. Don't just pull with the arms. Bump with your legs too. Boom. Swim inside. Keep his arm. Find his lapel. Now one hand can help the other. Pull out the slack. Nice and tight. When I get nice and tight like that and he buries his head, it's tough to get the choke. So, he's staying here. I'm going to come with my elbow, push his face, foot on the hip, scoot to the side, other foot on the hip, knees pinched. Okay? Now I need to find his elbow. So, you can scoot your hips back. Don't be scared to scoot your hips back till I find his elbow. This elbow's very tight. Now I'm just going to bring my hips, I'm going to keep his head, and bring my hips forward. If he goes to posture up, my hips go up too for the arm lock. Alright, Joe? I know you'll like that one, buddy. I know that's your bread and butter with the choke. The next one will be a little omoplata series, okay? So, first, I'll show you how to start off with the drill. Alright, Joe? He's got both hands. You get your partner to put both hands on the mat, okay? One under, just cupping like this. The next one, over cupping, okay? Right at the elbow. You're going to touch both feet on the mat, okay? You're going to scoot your hips out. My knee's going to come inside on the hip, knee tight. My second knee up tight here. Okay? So we just start out like that, Joe. Then the other side. Over top and behind. Feet touch, knees pinch. okay, so he doesn't step over my guard. I'm going to scoot my hips out, bring my foot inside, other foot on top, and we stop right here, elbow tight. Okay, you can have your guys drill this for a while. Okay, have the guys drill this. Scoot the hips out, 1. Come back, switch the grips, scoot the hips out, 2. Okay, now, after that, we're going to do the same thing. We're going to scoot the hips out, we're going to pinch. Now, I'm going to grab the lapel here. 1, take the slack out. 2, and lock the elbow nice and tight. Now my other leg's going to go over the top right here. Okay? And we'll stop here. Same thing. Scoot on this side. Run the hips out. Pinch. 1, 2. Lock nice and tight. Bite over like this. Okay, make sure this knee stays in front of his face and not here because he can turn back into me. So it's important I stay here like this. Okay, buddy? Now, this time, same thing. Scoot out. We're going to get right here. Okay? 1, 2, 3. Okay? Now I'm going to bring the leg over. Okay? Now that the leg's over right here, I have his arm nice and tight here. I'm going to sit up onto my elbow. Okay? For the first one. I'm biting down with this leg and pinching with my other knee. And all I'm going to do is start bringing my hips forward like this for the shoulder lock. Okay? Turn this way so you can see. So we're here, same setup as before. Both knees touch, or both feet touch, knees pinch. Scoot out. Make sure my knee's in front of his face. Here. Grab. When I grab this one, you can also push this if you like. Now feet to the other one. Bam. Lock it nice and tight. Come up to the elbow. Okay? My foot's got to come over and bite down. Okay? This has to bite as this pinches. Come up to the elbow. My elbow's very tight here. And all you're doing is like you're turning belly down right here for his shoulder. Okay? The next step is obviously when I go here, is when I start to put pressure on his elbow, he's going to roll. Boom. So when he rolls, I turn and I triangle my legs immediately. Okay? Now I still have his arm. My other hand's going to grab, catch his elbow right here. I'm going to keep my body on his arm and come up to my elbow. Okay? Don't sit up like this where his arm can free. My body weight's still on here. And I'm on my elbow. Okay? Now I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to turn my hips like I'm going towards my back as I pull with this arm and my elbow tight. So I'm going to turn right here for the shoulder lock. What's important is keeping the knees tight. Okay? You can also straighten your legs right here for the choke with the legs. If he starts turning into me, I obviously have the triangle. Okay? Or if I'm going for this and I miss it and his arm pops, this foot is going to go on the mat, shoot my hips straight onto my back, past my leg, both hands go to the wrist, arm lock. Alright, bud, same thing, Joe. Here, boom. I can grab, lock him down, okay? Pass my leg. This hand can push if you want. Can push this here. You can always come and go for omoplata if you want, okay? Or I push it, I bite down here, now I switch my grip, bite down, sit up on my elbow. Now, I'm gonna start taking my hips like I'm going for a belly down arm lock until I lock out his shoulder. Now most guys are going to roll. So as he rolls, look, all you do is follow him and end up in the triangle position, okay? Look, I automatically triangle my legs just in case he was to sit up, then I have triangle immediately, okay? I want to pinch my knees. My other hand is going to come and cup his elbow. And look, I want to keep my weight here. I want to keep my weight on his arm. I don't want you to come up to your elbow here and try to finish. It's not going to happen. I'm on my elbow. My elbow's tight, but my body weight is down on his arm, pinning it here. Now all I'm doing is trying to go like I'm sitting flat on my back. So all I'm doing is turning right here for the shoulder lock. Okay? Now, you also can keep your legs, triangle them, and stretch them straight out for the choke. Or, if I'm stretching this and his arm pops, don't pass your leg over here. Use this leg to scoot your hips under. Pass over, catch the wrist, catch the handshake grip here, knees tight, heels down, toes up, both feet on the mat, hips up, and finish. Alright, buddy, I hope that helps you out. I know you're really going to like the one where you pass and wrap and get the arm lock. That should help you, especially when you go for the choke. From there, a lot of guys are going to, when you go for the choke, they're going to kind of posture away, and that's going to give you that arm. So that should help you a lot. And then that's a nice drill as well with the guys setting up just for the omoplata, for the new students, making those grips, getting them to open up their hips, pinch their knees, go for the omoplata setup. Switch again, omoplata setup. Switch again, back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. Have them keep doing that. Then the more advanced guys, the intermediate guys, just have them go regular omoplata. The advanced guys, have them turn, feed the hand to the other one, come up on the elbow, use their hips to finish. Then have them go to use the hips, have the guy roll, come up, finish again. You can triangle as well. You can stretch the legs and choke. Or if the arm pops, shoot the hips under, finish with the arm lock. Alright, my man. Hope to see you soon.